Placing faith in Alum, the reemergence of fresh allegations about Josh Duggar's life behind bars has put him back in the news. The 36-year-old was arrested in May 2022 for CSAM and is presently serving a sentence of 12.5 years in jail. Regardless of the mounting evidence, Jim Bob did his best to defend his son. It would seem that Josh is still enjoying life inside bars, despite all the terrible things he'd done. Read on to find out why. An informant said in September that Josh was sent to a renovated dorm that was supposed to make convicts feel more comfortable by providing them with utilities like washers and dryers. According to the source, the former Counting On star is now residing in a room that has just been painted and decorated with flowers. This space will subsequently be transformed into an honors dorm. Having a job within the jail and signing a code of behavior are supposedly requirements. Thus, Josh will have a tough time staying in the special chamber. Josh Duggar is supposedly having a wonderful time behind bars, according to recent reports. Someone with knowledge of the prison affairs claims that the Counting On Alum's facility hosts Thanksgiving dinners and other holiday events for the convicts. Free play of games like dominoes, Monopoly, checkers, and Name That Tune is one of them. Other sports include racquetball, handball, and other basic games involving kicks, punts, or passes. Various sources have said that Josh will partake in a variety of veggie dishes, including glazed ham, roasted turkey, sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole, and more. Desserts, such as pies, are also available. Special Christmas pampering for convicts was nothing new at Josh's facility. At last year's Thanksgiving celebration, inmates enjoyed movies, snacks, and card games, among other activities. Many feel sorry for Josh's wife, Anna, who is raising their 7 children on her own while he is in jail, even if she seems to be enjoying life there. Jim Bob and Michelle, the Counting On alumnus' parents, reportedly provide financial assistance. But now that some Redditors have found out that Anna runs a dog breeding firm in Arkansas called Golden Grove Pups, it seems that she is also beginning to become more independent. The conviction of Josh Duggar on charges of receiving and possessing child pornography in December 2021 brought about a drastic change in his life, leading to a long jail term. Now in a federal prison, Josh was once a famous Duggar family member and a major character on the reality TV shows 19 Kids and Counting and its sequel, Counting On. Although many anticipate that Josh Duggar's life behind bars would be quite different from his previous existence, recent signs and speculations have led others to believe that he may really be doing very well. There has been speculation over the circumstances of his imprisonment and the possibility that he has been granted special treatment due to his fame or connections, as well as updates from relatives and other sources. Though they have been mum on the subject of Josh's time in jail, members of the Duggar family have dropped hints and made passing references here and there. Josh is now housed in the Federal Correctional Institute, FCI, in Seawald, Texas, a low-security institution notorious for housing others convicted of similar offenses. His mother, Michelle Duggar, and a number of his siblings have paid him visits. According to a family source, Josh seemed surprisingly well-adjusted and even upbeat when they met on a recent visit. Because it so drastically differs from the public's idea of what a jail life should be like, this depiction grabbed the attention of fans. What gives someone the strength to keep their composure in the face of such a terrible truth? The source also dropped hints that Josh has somewhat replicated his regimented lifestyle at home while inside. They simply said, "He keeps busy," leaving out any specifics about his occupation. Josh may have discovered methods to survive even in a constrained setting, according to this unclear remark. When contrasted with more secure institutions, FCA Seawald is known to be friendlier. The jail, which is close to Dallas, Texas, holds around 1,800 convicts, the most of whom are doing time for crimes that did not involve violence. Inmates at Seawald may have access to vocational training, educational possibilities, and recreational programs that aid in their reintegration into society, according to reports. Inmates have access to a commissary on the premises where they may stock up on necessities like food and personal care goods. There is controversy about whether convicts convicted of major offenses like Josh's should have access to facilities like these in low-security prisons like Seawald, which critics of the justice system have pointed out as more like rehabilitation centers than punishing institutions. Unconfirmed rumors that Josh has benefited from his notoriety, or lack thereof, are adding gasoline to the flames. Some have speculated that Josh has received special treatment from both his fellow detainees and the jail administration because of his celebrity status, which is not unprecedented. Rumor has it that Josh is supposedly in the administrative office or library on a cushy labor assignment at the penitentiary. Compared to jobs like cooking or maintenance, they tend to be less strenuous physically. We don't have confirmation of this, but it fits with the storyline that Josh's jail life may not be as harsh as people think. The question of whether Josh's family sends him comfort packages or commissary dollars on a regular basis is another contentious issue. If what he hears is accurate, he may be able to use this financial assistance to buy things like better food, recreational equipment, or personal hygiene goods, all of which would improve his quality of life. Josh may have found solace in his connection with the institution's religious group, which may explain his reported ease in jail. According to reports, Josh has relied on his religion while incarcerated, having grown up in a very strict Christian home. Prisoners in Seewald prison, like prisoners at many other prisons, have access to spiritual counseling, Bible study, and religious services via the chaplaincy program. It's possible that these pursuits have provided Josh with comfort and meaning, and they may have also helped him form bonds with other inmates who share his values. In addition, his background as an activist and public speaker within conservative Christian organizations may earn him the respect of his fellow religious prisoners. His elevated social standing may provide him special benefits, such immunity from prosecution or the opportunity to spearhead religious programming within the institution. Critics and victims as rights activists are outraged by reports that Josh may be enjoying a good life behind bars. His actions, according to many, necessitate harsh punishment, and any measure of consolation would be an insult to his victims. Protests against Seewald and other low-security prisons have swept social media. No one should be enjoying a cushy arrangement like Josh Duggar. He should be paying for his sins, according to one Twitter user. A prison should serve as a warning, not a refuge, as the saying goes. But other people think otherwise. There are those who believe that if prisons are successful in reducing recidivism, then punishment should take a backseat to rehabilitation. Since Josh's conviction, the Duggar family has been under intense scrutiny. Michelle and Anna Duggar have been there for Josh, but Jill Duggar Dillard and others have put some space between themselves and the family's story. Reportedly, Josh's wife Anna has been a regular visitor, often bringing their children to see their father. Many are wondering how she can be so devoted to Josh while yet supporting his behavior. Therefore, their reactions have been mixed. In spite of their strained relationship, the Duggars have stayed out of the public spotlight when it comes to Josh's time behind bars, perhaps to quell any more rumors. Beyond the specifics of Josh Duggar's case, the discourse surrounding his time behind bars has reached systemic concerns. How must we deal with those who have been found guilty of grave offenses? Should we aim for rehabilitation, punishment, or some mix of the two when we think about prisons? Some people think that prisons like Seewald are unfair since some convicts are able to take use of their connections, family, or wealth to live comfortably while others aren't. Prison reform advocates, on the other hand, argue that providing prisoners with humane treatment and opportunities to participate in programs is crucial to lowering the recidivism rate and getting them ready to rejoin society upon release. People are still guessing as to whether or not Josh Duggar is really enjoying life behind bars. It is impossible to fully escape the reality of incarceration, the separation from loved ones, the restriction of liberties, and the tarnishing of reputation, even as family hints and stories about his experience create a picture of relative comfort. The life of Josh Duggar in jail is an illuminating tale that ultimately brings attention to the complexity and controversy that surround the legal system. Like the Duggar family, this phase of the narrative continues to intrigue and divide the public.